All right, we are ready to go live. Going live. All right, hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Work in Progress Wednesday, which is our random Wednesday evening hobby stream that we do here with my erstwhile companions, Darth Bob. Want to say hi, Darth Bob?
Hello.
Hello, Kajan. Want to say hi, Kajan?
Hi. Hi, everyone.
Hi. And Tactical D-Bag, otherwise known as Will. There we go.
Hello.
Okay, I made it bigger. Hi, Will. And this
Hi.
evening we are joined by I've got this cheeky title card up. This is yeah, tonight is the birthday bash stream because it was my birthday on Monday. So yeah, I wanted to do some weird stuff uh for birthday times. So you'll see that I've got this cheeky title card here. This is art that I ripped off from Luth. I've got a link to Luth's Patreon in the description below. So if you want to go check out Luth, check that out. And this is a cool new drawing that I had done by what's his name? Panda Funkin' Tom Boyle or something like that. He's a super talented artist. So this is going to be a very unique sticker that people will get if they actually find me in real life. But I just thought it was super cute. So I took out the weird Nurgle guy and slapped him in. And then, of course, on the left here, we have our standard Work in Progress Wednesday art, which was done by Deshande. So thank you, Deshande, for doing that for us. And yeah, so it's the four of us, but we have a fifth member of the stream this evening. Oh, why do I have Symbio Joe's thing? Symbio is not here. So we have a fifth member of the stream, not the fifth member, who's responsible for screwing up our tech all the time. Do you want to say hello, fifth member?
Hi, everybody. It's Nora the Norn.
I got Nora the Norn Queen here, coming to you live, sitting here beside me in the studio, trying to share a mic. So thank you, Nora, for joining us this evening.
My pleasure. I wouldn't miss it for anything.
This birthday stream. And in fact, chat people, Nora is definitely looking at the chat. I didn't have the chat up. I was like, oh, probably like Will or someone will be good enough to read the chat to us so we don't have to worry about it. And Nora's like, no, I need to see the chat. So the chat is up. And I can see Dan Kaplinger's here. Why is Brother Pink here twice? That's weird. Brett Evans. Brett Evans is coming from Australia. I don't know Mindfuss1. We might have seen Mindfuss1 on our last stream. Could have been a new joiner. And then, oh, is there an icon for Nora? Oh, we've got these icons down the side of the screen here. What would your icon be? What do you want your icon to be? You want to be that sad little Tyranid with the teacup or no?
It's a little too sad looking.
I can pull that up right now.
Happier. I mean, if there isn't anything else.
Well,
sad Tyranids for now.
Listen, I've got this right here, right now.
Oh, there we go.
Do one of these.
Okay.
So we can have Nora be tired of my shit. There we go. Thanks, Dwarfenage. There, we got a little icon for Nora. But Nora has been afflicted with a little bit of Grandfather Nurgle's curse, so she might not be here for the whole stream. She's being a trooper and hanging in for a bit. Yeah, well, we got Diana here. Hi, Diana. And Gavin Lemon. That's new. I wonder if that's our friend Gavin. Oh, Eric Weir. You know Eric. You met with Eric.
I do. Hi, Eric. Nice to meet you.
And Eric Christensen is also here. Thank you so much, Eric. Oh, you got the night off work. Nice. Fantastic. Who else we got in the chat here? Dan Kaplinger. Sedo Newley. Oh, we got a mosquito in here. Welcome to Canada. Sedo Newley is actually from not like London, I think. London, Ontario. So nearby. And then, of course, Brother Pink. Mm-hmm. Hello, Brother Pink. Oh, Brother Pink has a good question asking how old I am. I think I gave that up in the previous stream.
Mm-hmm. Mindfuss.
Oh, Mindfuss has got
attentive.
It. Yeah, Mindfuss gets the internet cookie because I am indeed 41.
Somebody said that you wear your age well, though.
Oh, that's clearly my parents' genes. Both my parents look very young for their ages, which is pretty good because my dad's like 91. So.
No, he actually kind
Now he's looking old. Yeah. So the other part of this weird birthday stream is I got this present here, which is from Nora, and don't be confused by the Christmas wrapping. Birthday present. So, oh, dude, Eric. Thank you, Eric Christensen. So Eric is one of the he's one of the people who I gave the hats to.
Oh,
Yeah, for reasons
nice.
like this. He's super generous. Thank you, Eric, for the lovely.
Wow, thank you.
So he says, does Nora like yachts? Do you know about the yacht fund?
No.
So when when super crazy generous people like Eric Christensen or Symbio Joe fire through super chats here on YouTube, which we really appreciate. Marco used to joke that it's for his yacht, that we're collecting money to buy him a yacht because he needs a yacht. So this is for the yacht fund.
Oh, amazing. We just got to make sure the
Mr. Pink.
yacht's got a few
Yeah.
rooms.
Does Nora want to figure out where we're chiming in from Rick Priestley's gigantic estate?
Yeah, so we do this thing on the Creature Conference where Marco, Highfleet Moloch, he would tell us over and over again that he'd been to this famous guy from Games Workshop, Rick Priestley's basement. And he'd be like, I was in his basement. We're like, yes, thank you, Marco, several times. So it's become a joke. So on the Creature Conference, we come to people live from some part of Rick Priestley's palatial mansion.
Yes.
But on the Work in Progress Wednesdays, we come to people live from some room in Rick Priestley's North American cottage. So if we were coming to the people live from a room in his cottage this week, what random room in his giant mansion-sized Muskoka cottage would we be coming to people live from? Just make whatever you want up.
Where would you be coming live? That is so.
Where are we tonight? You, me, these guys. We're all sitting around in this room in Rick Priestley's cottage. Which room is it?
You know what? It's a room that's outside, but it's screened.
Yes.
Screened in porch.
Yes. Well, we are kind of outside and screened in studio, but not really. Yeah, there's this awesome screen in porch at this cottage. Well, I posted a picture of it. This cottage.
That's where we would be. I thought you were going to ask where your other streamers are located, and I was going to try to make guesses based on the accents of them.
Oh, you want to go for it? Yeah. So where do you think Kajan is located?
Germany?
Kajan?
Correct.
You want to guess what part of Germany?
Oh my gosh.
You don't have to. I don't even know.
Reveal how bad I am at.
Well, you don't want to dox him anyway, so.
No. We'll just say Germany.
All right. Well, you got that one right. All right. What about Will? Tactical D-bag.
Could be Canada, could be the United States. That's a very general answer.
Well, you got to pick one.
Oh gosh. Wait, say something, Will?
Yeah, Will, why don't you tell us Will, why don't you tell us what you've been up to this week in terms of hobby?
In terms of hobby, I've been putting together the new stuff that I've gotten because I only got all of my new stuff like a week ago.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna say United States.
Oh, what do you say, Will?
That is a bingo.
That is a bingo. So he's talking about new Tyranids. He just got his new Tyranids.
Are we allowed to guess the state?
You can. I think that's fine.
Oh
You're gonna guess the
states
state?
are
I
big
wouldn't
enough.
even try.
Oh no!
Wow.
I'm actually.
I'm a Yankee and I can't really do that.
Guess the region, like northeast, northwest, southeast, southwest, south.
I don't think south. I think maybe. Not gonna mean anything to me. But northeast.
Will, what do you say?
I guess that's actually probably accurate. Yeah.
I would refer to yours as northeast, but you guys always talk about like the Midwest and crap, and I get so confused.
Oh yeah, don't you know?
So you'd say that's correct?
Yeah, northeast is probably I guess geographically more or less accurate.
All right. And what about Darth Bob? Darth Bob, tell us what you've been doing for the for hobby this week so that Nora can guess your accent.
Well, I haven't really been doing much for hobby because I just started my new job. Been just kind of
Congratulations.
Thank you. And it's going well so far. So, but otherwise, I've not really been doing much hobby stuff. Kind of waiting for the first payday to get some of the new bugs. But yeah.
Cool.
What
are you gonna say?
Oh gosh, I can't flip-flopping between Canada and U.S. Still say the U.S.
Yeah.
But which region?
I'll give you a hint. Most of my Americans are from the same region. What would you say? Would that be accurate, Darth Bob?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we're like me and Will are like an hour from each other.
Oh.
Yeah, you could throw a brick and you could hit Will and Darth Bob and the and Eric Wire and like the Wire brothers.
Got
They're all
it.
in like Washington, Maryland ish thing.
Cool.
You're breaking
Awesome.
up like crazy.
Oh, sorry.
So technically that's 3 for 3.
You did okay.
Yeah,
Woo.
it's true.
And welcome to other folks. Splits Mechanicus here, who's from
First
Toronto.
members attacking.
Apparently Meandering Shade's here. Hey, we haven't seen Meandering Shade in a while. Welcome. Thank you. And apparently we don't know Gavin Lemon in real life, but he's lurked for a while and finally saying hi. Hi, Gavin. Thanks for joining us. And Dave Pikey Last Chance. Hey, from Vegas. That's pretty cool. Donald Omurchu. I recognize you. Typhus from the Discord. That's awesome. And thank you, Rio86OK. Good evening and happy birthday. Brother Pink is guessing Texas. I don't know.
That's about as south as you can get.
Yeah. You got a bit south when you said that. That's a bit south as you can get.
Bit south. Well, I did live in West Virginia for about 15 years, so that would make sense.
Uh-oh. Oh, Tom Wilson's here with Diana. Great. Tom Wilson and Diana are a item. And then oh, there we go. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Donald Murchu. This has been sitting here for too long. What's in the box? I agree. Let's find out what's in this box. So this is what Nora got me for my birthday. I may have it may have been an inside job where I may have been like, hey, guess what? Games Workshop released all these really cool Tyranids just in time for my birthday. Why don't you take a look at these cool Tyranids and pick a Tyranid that speaks to you and grab it for me, and then we'll open it on stream and you can talk about why you like it. You want to say anything at this point, or should I just get it open?
I think get it open. Talking. Yes, happy birthday.
Thanks. We're sharing one mic, so if our audio gets weird, just let us know.
Yeah.
I sincerely hope it's just one single Ripper model.
People joke that you were going to get me a Space Marine. I'm like, no, Nora knows me. Nora knows me way too well to get me a Space Marine.
Yeah, I was gonna say even I know not to spend my precious money on that.
Here I was thinking it was a big box.
Wait, if she knows you that well, she knows your dark secret.
My dark secret? Oh, that I actually love Terminators? No, I don't think she knows that I love Terminators.
Please reveal this dark secret.
Do you know that I love Terminators?
No.
Terminators are kind of Space Marine that I actually kind of like.
You never told me this.
Well, some dark secrets I can't even share with my spouse. I'm sorry.
But you'll share with the whole wide internet.
Da, da, da.
That's why
it feels like a box. Oh, you jerk! Oh, the troll! Oh, it is going to be one Ripper in the middle of all these boxes. Jeez. Well, no, this feels like a Tyranidy box.
Couldn't make it that easy.
No, you couldn't.
Just made it like
anyone chat. What are your bets? What Tyranid do you think is in this what Tyranid do you think speaks to Nora? What Tyranid do you think she's most fond of?
I am betting Neurolictor.
I'm gonna guess. I'm guessing there's gonna be some capes involved.
Apes. A Death Leaper. Okay, Kajan, what are you saying?
I'm also going with Darkwing Duck.
Darkwing Duck. Chat.
Yeah.
Place your bets now. Let us know which of the new Tyranids you think speaks most to Nora.
Yeah, let's get some answers in the chat before you open it up.
Well, the chat is actually delayed. And if these guys are watching the video on YouTube, they're delayed too. So the fact that Darth Bob said Neurolictor means that he hasn't actually seen how big this box is.
Oh. Okay,
sorry, buddy.
That's not Neurolictor.
Good guess. What, Jonas Malhan Raveners? That's not new, buddy. Come on. Oh, Pyrivore, Lictor, Gene Stealers. There you go, Nora.
Based on that size box, I'm guessing Death Leaper as well.
Oh, I'm impressed that Meandering Shade is tuning in from the UK. That's this is pretty late for the UK. Thanks for joining, buddy. Okay, we got Neurolictor, we got Death Leaper, Neurolictor, Raveners, Death Leaper. I hate duct tape, grocery bag, Leaper, Jesus. You know what my bet is? I think it's a Lictor. Just a plain old lictor, not a Death Leaper, not a Neurolictor, none of that.
That would be an excellent choice.
Mind Fuss guesses second edition Zoanthrope. That's a deep cut, buddy. I don't know if Nora knows what a second edition Zoanthrope looks like.
That box is way too big.
Oh,
for
Nora,
that.
do you want to describe it? Why, Brother Pink? Why are you in here twice, buddy? He's in here with 2 different accounts.
You mean describe the model?
Yes.
Oh
Don't
my
say the mod.
gosh.
Just
Can I wait? Can I look at a?
don't you know?
I have like I saw it, and I'm just trying to remember what it looked like now.
I don't know how to show you. Here.
Boy, it really
Here.
spoke to her.
Okay, so I'm looking over here. I'm looking
No,
away.
It did.
And she's gonna describe it to you to increase the suspense.
Okay.
You're gonna give
Well,
it
to be
away. I
fair-
can tell.
All right.
To be fair, she doesn't need to look at it to have it speak to her.
True.
No, just shake the box. Okay, what you gonna describe it? Because Brother Pink wants us to like edge him.
It reminds me. Okay, what show that movie that Wesley Snipes in?
Oh, Blade.
For some reason, model reminded me
Blade 2 or
a
Blade 1?
Tyranid version of Blade,
Okay.
like the character.
Oh, a
it's-
Blade
okay,
Blade.
yep.
Blade
Oh, we got some capes. Sounds like it might have a
Blade.
cape.
Yeah.
So badass.
Yeah.
I also just love that this model is really something that I really like. That I'm really drawn to in models. It really looks like they're in the middle of like an action pose, or
Yeah.
they've got wind. Like there's wind blowing.
Wind blowing sounds like a hip cape to me.
And there's also, I mean, I love a good tentacle.
Yeah, but like the we got so many tentacle faces, so that doesn't really narrow it down. That's a pretty good description. I like the Wesley Snipes of Tyranids.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Oh shit, Death Leaper! Damn, well done.
Oh, it's
I like that. I like the Wesley Snipes of Tyranids. That's pretty sick. This is
Some
awesome.
motherfucker's always trying to ice skate uphill.
Yeah, I love this model. Like I think of all of the new all the new models, I think. But this one really caught my eye. Just
Yep.
in, like I said, it's very dynamic. It's got a badass cape. The tentacle mouth situation is like large. Like it's not just like a little, I don't know, it doesn't look like just like a little rubber glove. in
Yeah,
front of its
yeah,
face.
flopping down.
There's
It's actually
actually
like
got-
spreading out.
Yeah, they look like they're
That's some good language there.
and
Prehensile
then
tentacles.
I think talons back are just really dynamic. It's really cool.
Do you remember that when we were in Azores, this is the model that was previewed when we were in that little cafe? I was looking at it on my phone and I showed it to you and you were like, whoa, that's really weird, man. What's going on there? There's a lot going on there.
Yeah.
Did you remember that?
Vaguely.
Vaguely? Well, that's cool. That's cool.
I was kind of distracted by everything else in Azores, but
No, but we were like chilling in that cafe. I think this is the first new Tyranid that I showed you.
so yeah, I think this model is really sick. It's got like talent. I'm not actually sure what it's standing on.
It's
but
standing on some kind of weird. We call that a tactical rock.
cool. But it's got like a really like just like a really assertive pose.
Nice.
Like he's really claiming territory to be like, here, I'm Blade.
Of the
Tyranid."
Tyranids. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, now I got to do them up right.
Yeah.
I'm definitely keeping that cape since we're going for Blade. So this cape, Nora, has been very controversial. No other Tyranid has ever had a cape. And some people are very happy that when you build this model, you don't have to put the cape on.
I think it's great. I mean, I don't know if it's really a cape or if it's kind of like, I mean, it's part of its body, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a webbing,
Well,
really, that doubles as
some have described it as being like, do you know a vampire squid? You ever heard of a
Yeah.
vampire squid?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
That's
they
what
have
it
like a.
reminds me of.
Yeah. So this is the model that Kajan affectionately referred to as Darkwing Duck. Because he's like, Kajan, you want to talk about why you thought he looked like Darkwing Duck?
Yes,
Totally
Eric, you need
reminds me of.
shades.
It totally reminds me of it with the cape and everything. And when I saw it, I thought all it's missing is the big fedora.
Yeah.
He's also getting dangerous.
Yeah, he's the terror that flaps through the light.
Kajan made a little like a meme of him where he took like Darkwing Duck and gave him feeder tendrils.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So
someone's saying you should add like little like glasses on Wesley's.
oh man, but then I cover his 6 eyes.
Oh,
Dude's got 6
then you need
eyes.
6 pairs of 3 pairs of glasses.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, I could convert him to not have the 6 eyes and just give him like one big bug eye as like.
Oh,
What?
actually no, just have him have.
Well,
like,
actually, what I
all
was
6 eyes
thinking
look
was this guy doesn't have a sword, but since you said he needs to be blade, I think I need to give him a biotune sword.
Oh, give him a big, huge, two-handed bio sword to be cool, like a big
Wesley
bone
Snipes
sword.
only has a one-handed sword. All right,
Yeah,
so
but
that
it'd be
was
cool to have a two-handed one.
now, Nora. I was wondering if you could tell us about the runners up. If I like bring up the other Tyranids on screen, and you can just like give us a quick like rundown of what you feel about them.
Yeah, definitely.
It's fine. It's just getting unfocused when I do shit. Sec.
That's Mechanica claim audit for.
Yep.
Was like dabbing through.
We are in focus. Is there anything else you want to say about this, or should I get your opinion
I
on
think
some other
it's an
Tyranids?
awesome model.
Convert it. You mean I thought you said it was awesome. Don't you want me to
It
build
is awesome. I
exactly
mean,
as
like
it is?
add an actual sword and then some shade.
All right. What if I move his cape from like his butt up to his shoulders?
I don't know. I'd have to see that. Doubtful.
Oh, God damn.
What if you add
All right.
more capes to the capes that already are there?
Give him a cape on his shoulders and his back, or his
And a couple of
waist
capes.
and his back.
All
I
right.
mean, if one cape
So
is good.
So what I wanted to do is I wanted to go through the Tyranids not appearing in this video. So you looked through the different new Tyranids that came out, and you decided against them, and you decided for Death Leaper. So here we have what's called the Neuralink.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think of this guy?
I thought he was pretty cool. But my challenge was, and this is the case for some of the other ones, like why his brains are like totally exposed. Like it's kind of like, see, here's
Yeah.
it seems smart.
And you have not watched any of my videos stuff. That's fine.
Say yes or no.
No. Be honest, because like what I want to show here is that like that's something that a lot of people have said, and like you just came to that yourself. So
yeah, I have.
Good, right answer. All right. What about these happy little termagants here? Did you even look at them? I don't know.
They're okay. I wasn't like that excited about the little guys that look like sperms are kind of cute.
So the horned sperms are what Kajan.
tadpoles.
I'm not sure if it was Kajan, but someone was trolling. They said that you would give me one of those in a giant box. Those are called ripper swarms.
Got it.
So they're like the smallest Tyranids you can get. Oh, here we go. Here are your little horned sperms. So you like those guys? Those are rippers.
I only like them because they're small and they're kind of cute looking.
Nice. And then there's one other thing. What do you think of this gun?
Alex.
Yes, it does.
It looks. I can't even.
No, it's okay. Everyone has said it looks like a horse penis on the internet. It's fine. Oh, okay. Well, okay. That's probably enough of those. All right. So they didn't make the cut. Oh, wait,
Hey, Mr. Pink.
Yeah.
I was saying you should make it like a John
It's Brother
Woo
Pink.
lictor, like flying rippers, like a flock behind him, and like I don't know what else is John Woo. Some removable sunglasses and John Woo stuff.
But that's not Blade. Blade is not John Woo.
All right. Well, she bought it because it was cinematic.
True.
She's in a pose. And
Well, actually, I have an idea about making
Mhm.
Death Leaper cinematic. I was picturing like perching up on like a building or something.
Karate
Right,
Kid
so-
pose.
What about this one? Did you consider this one? This is a pyrovore.
So I like beetly, crabby creature underneath, but
Mhm.
that thing on top is so ugly.
Gun?
It looks like okay, again, it's very phallic, but maybe it's
Welcome to
just maybe
Tyranids.
it's just the way they but it looks like a sea cucumber or something.
All right, so if we damn it.
Sorry to
Workshop.
the folks who love this model, but
Hey,
I
I love this
I
model.
just think
I'm an advocate for
I
hating
wanna-
on this model, Nora, so you're not alone.
Why won't it
Cool.
spin?
And-
Games Workshop, you're the worst.
And I fully
Yeah.
agree with your
There's
opinion.
your sea cucumber.
Oh, did they finally
Yeah, it
add
just-
360s to the new bugs? Because for a while they didn't
If
have
you can
any.
get it to work, it doesn't work on my computer. I don't know.
Yeah, it's so phallic.
It is rather veiny, is it not?
Oh
Yeah.
God, you haven't even seen the old version of it. It's so much worse.
It is.
The old one
true.
looks super phallic. It's got like it throbs. It's bad.
It throbs.
Why?
Bad.
It's so
Okay,
veiny.
so you didn't choose the pyrovore,
It's so vain.
but like, does this one speak to you anymore? The biovore? So these are both made from the same box.
That one looks more like I like this one a little better. It's pretty phallic.
So it's like this kind of like spider thing on its back, but this one's slightly better, but still.
The critter is really cool. I just don't like the gun.
Okay, cool.
I think it's cool without.
What do you think of these?
Can't even. I feel like I can't even say.
Go for it. They look like sperm. You said sperm
Oh, they
earlier.
all look sp-
Oh, what do they look like? What testicles? Like that have been like
yes.
disembodied, but still
Yes!
have the Oh wow. Okay, wow. I didn't know we were going there.
Maybe it's the paint scheme.
Look-
I don't know why the paint scheme has to.
I'm so glad Games Workshop gave us a 360 on 2 different spore mines. Definitely need. All right, so the guy on the bottom you're cool with, but the
Yes.
gun you're not so cool with. That's okay. This guy's temporarily out of stock. Everyone loves this model. All right, so you didn't choose the biovore. Did you even take a second glance at the Hormigons?
No.
Yeah, me neither. They're fine. They're like a good version of what they need to be, but
They're okay. They're fine.
we're on the same page with these guys.
Yeah, they're fine.
Who cares? Okay, what about this pretty boy? I thought you got me a Lictor.
This lector is really cool. I was deciding between.
Yeah, because you're my girl.
um,
Look at this. Look at this creeper.
A lector?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
really?
you use the one box and you can make different versions of them.
That's pretty.
This one's like creepy.
Oh. I had like I think it was the cape.
All right, the cape.
I think
Soldier.
it was the cape and the pose.
All right.
That's pretty cool. I think.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love this boy. This boy's my favorite. Okay. And then is there anything? Oh wait, yeah, the big kahuna. Oh wait, Gene Stealers? You know about Gene Stealers because I did that Gene Stealer company.
They're fine.
They didn't speak to you?
Well, I really like how dynamic.
Yeah.
I think I would like them more if their color scheme was a bit vibrant.
You are nailing all the like talking points of the Tyranid people. Like a lot of people say that these models in the scheme that Games Workshop chooses for them is not very appealing.
They look so pale.
Like what about this guy?
That's better. I like the color scheme.
You
The
also-
other ones I find are just too pale. They look skeletal. Like
Yeah. All right.
I think GW
wait.
in general really missed an opportunity for the new lore with the 4th Tyranid War to do a new hive fleet.
Yeah, to switch things up.
Yeah.
So, and then what about this one? The Norn Emissary, the big kahuna.
This one is pretty cool. Well, I have this thing used though.
Yeah.
It's a very dynamic pose. It looks pretty badass.
So you would describe this as dynamic.
Yeah, when you do that 3.
Yeah, I guess it's got a lot of stuff going on. Okay, but this one doesn't appeal to you because it's got exposed brain.
Yeah.
It costs $140.
Exposed brains.
Okay. So there's this other version of it that comes in the same box. Let's see if you like that one. The Norn Simulator. Why is it so small? You don't want people ripping it off? Sorry, I don't know how this website's messed. Speak to you anymore? It's got a bit of exposed brains. At least they're hiding on the back.
Yeah, at least they're hiding in the back. This one's cool. I don't mind it.
It doesn't really speak to you. I also like this one better than the other. And I think that's it. Are there any other models? Did I miss any? No. Cool. Thanks for giving your opinion.
Yeah,
Um,
very welcome.
Does anyone in the chat have any questions for Nora about Tyranids? I don't know. I wasn't watching the chat. Did you guys see anything in the chat that came up? Will? Anybody?
I didn't see any questions especially.
No, but anything we should like hit? I don't.
I have a question for Nora.
Yep.
Nora, when are you going to paint your first model?
Ooh.
For anyone who doesn't know this story,
Oh,
Nora,
what is the story now?
Nora bought me
Alariel
a
or the-
L'Oreal.
Yeah.
Nora bought me a L'Oreal, also known as the most complicated and beautiful Wood Elf / Sylvaneth model ever. And she was like, "Hey, I got you this model." And in typical Marge Simpson, Homer Simpson bowling ball thing, she was like, "Yeah, I thought that I could paint the lady on the back and you could paint the beetle." And I was like, "Okay, but that's a very complex model. So when are you going to paint it?"
That's a really good question. At some point in my lifetime, to be able, I feel like I want to like work out my painting skills on models that aren't as like those.
I did buy her Sylvaneth Underworld's team of a couple of models so that she could practice on
Yeah,
it.
I feel like I have to
But
practice
we
on those
haven't
ones.
gotten there yet.
Yeah, that's a great question.
Wait, no, but you painted a Jeet Stealer once.
I did.
Yeah, I I think I've told this
I
story
don't know
before.
where it is.
I may have primed it and repainted because you chose one of the limited edition Deathwatch Overkill Gene Stealers. Oh no is right.
Why did you give that one to me?
Because I said pick whatever model you wanted and you picked that one and I was like, "Oh shit, okay."
Except that one.
Well, that's on you, man.
That's on me. Well, what happened is that you partially painted it and you didn't really finish it and I was like, "Oh, I guess I can like repaint this."
A good point, Diana.
What did Diana say? Practice painting on dismembered Space Marines. Oh, I have those. I have dismembered Space Marines.
Yeah.
All right. Since you're suffering from a affliction, did you want to do your thing?
Yeah.
All right. You want to introduce this thing? Want to take my chair because then you can like manipulate them better.
Yeah. Oh.
Is it Name That Tyranid? Is that what we're calling it?
Mr. Pink got.
Yo, buddy, you need to leave me some space.
Got this deck of data sheet cards, and I thought, oh, how cool! It's like cards.
To be clear, I did not buy these. They were a gift from Generous Workshop, and I'm just going to say that because these things are useless. Workshop makes them and then obsolete.
They even have this cool like sheen. Kind of neat. But then I thought it might be kind of fun to play a game where I rifle through all of the cards and he has to identify each of these cover. And so I would just like keep flicking through them and we see how quickly he can do. And we time him.
Well, how this kind of came
And it
about
goes,
was that
name that Tyranid.
name that Tyranid. But I feel like how it came about was that you saw these and you're like, no way do you know all the names of all of the Tyranids in
Yeah,
here.
that's true.
I was like, no, I do. You're like, what? That's ridiculous. No one's gonna know the names of all the Tyranids. I'm gonna get rid of the. There's like a glare on. I don't know. Yeah. So that's our name that Tyranid thing.
Yeah, do we want to time it?
Want to time it? Does
So
someone
then-
have a timer?
So then other people can beat your record.
Well, but like the problem is that you can't
Oh, that's true.
because the screen is.
Okay. So we'll
Um,
just see how many then you can get in the time that we have. And then if you have data sheets at home, you can play this game and see if you can beat his personal best. Because we got lots of things to do in our lives.
Will, are you able to record? Wait, I don't know if
yeah.
you're working on stuff. I don't see your video, so I assume you're not working on it. Might not necessarily be.
Do I have a timer? Surely I have a clock
Your phone?
app.
The
I
internet?
have my phone right here if you want me to do it.
Well, if somebody wants it.
Oh, stopwatch. Stopwatch.
You have a
features.
stopwatch?
No,
Mm.
it's on the
You
clock
don't?
function of Microsoft.
Okay,
Yeah.
right. I guess I do have.
And most phones have a clock feature with a stopwatch in them.
Right.
I think Nick was imagining like one of those physical like.
No, I pictured him.
stopwatches.
Yeah, I pictured him having a physical stopwatch. Blitz Mechanica, they're not selling the Psychophage separately. They're not selling a lot of things separately. Psychophage, no Screamer Killer, no Neuro Tyrant, no Neuro Gaunts. What else? You can't buy
Where the
anything
fuck is
separately
the
except for the
Screamer
Barb
Killer?
Gaunts. It's not going to happen, man. It's on a sprue with the Neuro.
So we're just never gonna get the Screamer Killer again. I guess that means they have to redo the Carnifex or
I
something.
assume they're going to redo it, but they're going to do a separate box for it. Or they're going to do some
Yeah, that
cheeky
makes
thing to
sense.
release the Screamer Killer with. All right, let's do this.
All right. Who has the
Do we have a
timer?
timer? Does anyone want to volunteer to time?
I guess I can time it, but wait, which? I guess it's difficult for me to like know which video to go with because I'm still kind of off.
Shit.
How about we time it?
All right, we'll time it. That's a good point. I got an old school watch here. Stopwatch. Look at that. It's gonna show.
Should
Sure,
get one of those.
stopwatch. Oh, there we
like,
go.
Should get
Okay.
those like
But you already know
clocks
this.
that speed
Well,
runners.
shuffle it then. I'll look away. What are those? What? Oh, I could get like a. I could put some kind of like thing on the screen, but that's just gonna take additional. Okay, you ready?
Yet?
Not yet. Okay, wait. Oh, wait. Okay.
And go.
Tyrannocyte. Neurotyrant. Hive Tyrant. Oh, wait. Was that the Hive Tyrant or was that the Swarm? It's the Hive Tyrant. Okay. Shit. Zone Throat. Gargoyles. Lictor. Parasite of Mortrax. Old One Eye. Swarmlord. God, I can never remember what that thing is. Malanthrope? Is that what it's called? Did I get it right? Yeah. Oh, shit. Malceptor.
Ooh.
Malceptor.
There, I screwed that one up. Here, put it over here. Death Leaper. Artifacts? You call it something weird? You're checking them, right? Pyrovore. Biovore. Oh, they're in order. Barb Gaunts. Ravner. Toxicrene. Tyrannocyte. No, it's Turvagon. Shit.
Ooh.
Damn it.
That's-
Winged Hive Tyrant. Gene Stealers. Termagants. Winged Tyranid Prime. Screamer Killer. Tyrant Guard. Tyrannifex. Is that right? Yeah. Rupert Swarms. Psychophage. Mucolid Spore, I think. Is that a Moloch? Moloch. Yes. Okay. Psycho Gaunts. Damn it! No, Neurogaunts.
Oh.
Ah, fuck. What the hell?
Getting the rumor names mixed up.
Sporocyst. Spore Mines. Hive Guard. Haruspex. Fuck, I don't know. Hive Crone? Yes. Okay. Harpy. I can never get those two straight. X-Crine. Von Ryan's Leapers.
Oh.
Toxic Venomthrope. I've Tyranid warriors with close combat weapons.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Melee bioweapon.
Fucking hell, whatever. Tyranid warriors with long range bioweapon cannon things. Sure. Termagants again? Devour Termagants? The heck's that? Damn it, Hormigants. I'm tired. Broodlord. Neurolictor. Norn Assimilator. Trigon. Norn Emissary. That's it.
Oh.
God damn.
230.
Oh, that was bad.
Oh, that was. Her performance had been better.
I have like a cold sore or something on my. So like.
Blaming the cold sores.
I'm blaming the cold sore. Yeah.
Blaming
Oh, you
the
know, if
cold
I didn't have a
sore.
cold sore. Anyway, there you go. If you have the cards at home, you can try it yourself.
That's the time to beat, folks. I think you
Beat
can beat it.
230. I did horribly. I missed 3. Well, I
Good.
okay, so let's be honest. We have a Psychophage, and then we have Neurogaunts. That's why I thought I said Psychogaunts. I screw this up all the time. I don't know what the hell was wrong with me with Turbogon. Malceptor, I can never remember that. I want it to be a Malanthrope, because like Zoanthrope, Malanthrope, you know, but no.
Well, it looks like you got to study up these 3.
Apparently I do. Thank you for
You're
joining
welcome.
us and doing your fun little game. And funding. I can set my chat to fan funding mode.
Fan funder.
It means that it only shows people who super chat. I guess if you just want to be able to read super chat.
All right.
Oh God, Brother Pink says I have to make a force using the 3 models that I forgot. It's gonna be just Neurogaunts, which I like. Turvagon, which is boring. Alceptor, which
All right. Awesome. Well, I am going to depart the stream. But it was really fun to hop on for your
Thanks
birthday
for joining.
stream and enjoy the Death Leaper, aka the Wesley Snipes of Tyranids.
Thank you for the Wesley Snipes of Tyranids. That's pretty friggin' cool.
Yeah.
I need to
see
look
what you're
up.
gonna do with it.
I need to look up some Wesley Snipes Blade like source photos now. See like what I gotta do.
Yeah. Exactly.
Maybe I should give him one of those like little like Wesley Snipes batarangs that Blade has.
I think you got a lot of source material to go off of.
That like wire he like whips off the vampires' heads with.
Got options, maybe some combat boots too.
Sick.
All right. Okay. So see ya, everybody. Peace out.
Thanks for coming, Nora.
Have a
Bye.
yeah.
So Diana says bye. Tom Wilson says bye, Nora.
Bye everyone. I'll see you again. Thanks for having me.
And
Hi, Nora.
Jonas Malhan says, when is Nora's birthday stream? Thanks.
Oh, that's a no for the birthday stream.
Oh, well, I don't know. We'll talk about that. That's not till in the spring. I don't know what a Nora birthday stream looks like, but we can try and figure it out.
She paints her first Tyranid on stream.
Well, that'd be cool. Well, no, it would be your second Tyranid. She painted that,
Her second
that
Tyranid
limited
on
edition Gene Stealer. Okay, so I don't really know what I wanted to do on the stream other than that shenanigans. So maybe, oh wait, I know what I wanted to do on the stream. Let's bring this back up. Let's go over to this tab. Remember back in the day when we used to do like the thing where we'd show the rumor engine on the Work in Progress Wednesday, because the rumor engine always came out on Tuesday and we did these things on Wednesdays.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Oh my god, I'm feeling weird. If you've been living under a rock, we got some tasty tasties this week for our rumor engine. By tasty tasties, I mean Kroot. We got something that is, dude. I should kick you off the
I'm
stream
not
for saying
super
that.
familiar with the Kroot aesthetic, so that's an honest question.
Yeah, so honestly, the reason I was being a jerk is because this is very extremely likely to be Kroot. Because the gun barrel design is very like iconic to Kroot.
Mhm.
That kind of like angled design with the two holes punched in it.
Mhm.
You see that on like the Kroot guns that you get on Kroodox. And you see
Oh.
it in like miniature on the guns that just like the normal carnivores carry.
Mhm.
Yeah, so for a while now, Games Workshop's been teasing us with a number of rumor engines that have been like dancing around Kroot. Like they have like people have compared them and been like, this looks like a Kroot rune, this looks like a Kroot blade. But this is the first completely undeniable piece of proof that a Kroot are coming. And this like double barrel Kroot gun is not something we've normally seen on just like rank and file dudes. So people are wondering if it's going to be like a not a vehicle because we haven't seen Kroot vehicles yet, but like a big beastie like a Narlock or something like that.
Be cool.
Yeah, so
Weren't they
it's
saying they're
extremely
supposed to be
cool.
doing a new faction? Like, didn't they say there was going to be another faction coming out? I feel like I
Yeah, but
heard that.
I can't remember if they said that before Votan or after Votan.
I can't either, but I could totally see it being Kroot if it was after.
That would be
awesome.
man. I
Lose my
like
shit.
I would lose my mind if it was Kroot. I wouldn't expect them to do like a full Kroot force. I expect them to be like, Tau, congratulations, you get some random Kroot things to add to you. But if they did
Right.
a whole Kroot codex, that would be amazing. And honestly, I would blame Ironbeak and that Kroot guy. I feel like them with their like Kroot Renaissance thing and like
Yeah.
driving people to buy carnivores when they were like completely out of like way old, even before Games Workshop released the new Kroot models. I don't know, man. I feel like they might have had an impact.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if they could do a Harlequin army as its own codex, I feel like they wouldn't need to have like a mass amount of models to do a Kroot codex.
You know, that is a very good point. I didn't think about
I
it that
thought
way.
this was going to be like a kill team upgrade kind of thing.
That could also be a thing. That's a good point.
Yeah, if I would have to guess, I would say it's probably going to be a special kill team.
Because they already did the Kroot kill team, and then in that kill team, they all had guns. But the other previews were more like they look like harpoons or like arrows and stuff like that. So I guess they could, but it'd be weird because like those Kroot already like when we've had kill team upgrade sprues, you take a normal squad that has kind of normal guns and they give them a kill team upgrade sprue so that each member can be like a different operative. But the Kroot kill team already has a bunch of different operatives.
Yeah,
Maybe
but
they
they
do, like,
could.
Kajen, what were you gonna say?
Just meant they could just expand the options, like having a second fire team of Kroot, a more specialized fire team for them.
True.
Like this one could be for heavy Kroot type of thing. But when I look at it like that, I'm not sure if it's even going to be Kroot. I'm missing some tribal markings on that gun. Usually they
Their
have
guns never have
some
tribal markings.
If you look
Like
at
some
their
of them
guns,
have.
they usually have some feathers and stuff like that attached to it to make it look a little bit more tribal. I believe I might be remembering it wrong.
Okay,
But
so
they usually have the spike down, and then they have some ornaments in form of tribal stuff.
as someone who
So
has obsessively messed around with Kroot, Where is it? Oh, here. Thanks. As someone who has obsessively messed around with Kroot for years, using only the carnivore squad, I have to disagree. So
I see leather bands on one of the
here we
one in the
have
center, and
yes, but not all parts of every gun have leather. So this guy's got the like Kroot shotgun, and if you look at his gun, there's no tribal markings on it. Oh, hold on. There's no what the hell? Why is my focus down there? Hold on a sec. Screwed up. There's the rest of my game. So if you look at his gun here, there's no leather bands on it. There's no tribal markings. There's no like little sigils or anything. It's clean. And then if you look at the barrel, it's got that same kind of weird angle to it, and like the flash, got a flash suppressor. I don't know. So there's that guy. What else we got here? We got this big honkin' ballista or something. It is very tech. There's like one little sigil here, like one little thing tied on. Oh,
Critters
hot
are
tip. This is
fucking
the model that Nikki Clie basically drew. And it came out pretty straight on, she was saying. We got another gun here. This is a standard Kroot rifle. If you look at the end of the barrel, yes, there's a blade there, but there's no other markings. There's some extra ammo tied to the end of the gun. That's about it. And then this one I modified. I wanted to
I
make
will
it like
say
a
that
weird.
the aesthetic doesn't really match with any other 40k faction, barring maybe something
I
from
agree.
Necromunda. But
Yeah.
yeah, I would say I'd say that's pretty close.
yeah, but we're also getting those dark Mechanicum stuff. So maybe
This is not
that's
Dark Mechanicum.
Nah,
There's no way.
that doesn't look Dark Mechanicum to me. It's not spiky enough.
No.
to me it looks like a double barrel of a heavy laser, like an old school heavy laser.
I would agree with you if the barrel wasn't angled.
Yeah.
So
except for the angled barrel, it looks like a heavy laser to me. So that's why I'm feeling like it might not be Kroot, and it's missing other stuff. I would be saying is Kroot like some leather band or some blade or something like that, or a feather or something. That's
Well,
that's why I feel
The one
like
thing I will say in defense of it being Kroot is that generally speaking, with the rumor engines, they try to not have too significant giveaways in the rumor engines. So there could be that kind of tribal stuff lower on the gun. They may have picked a model from the kit that has less tribal markings towards the end of the gun because they didn't want to straight up give away that it's a Kroot weapon.
yeah, like I get that you're like playing devil's advocate here, Kajan, but as someone who's obsessively done Kroot for years and years and years, I would riot if this wasn't a Kroot. Like
okay.
I like yeah, maybe it's something else, but like as Darth Bob's noting, the aesthetics are very unique. Like even look at the barrels on this and that one. Look at how close that design is. Like even the weird like I don't know how much closer I can get to my camera. Let's go manual.
Yeah, that slanted barrel design is very consistent across the Kroot model line.
But
The
even
Black
just
Stone
like look
Fortress
like
one, actually.
not the mouth of the barrel. Look at like the actual barrel of the gun. It's got that weird like line on it running down the middle of it. You don't get that on anything else. Anyway,
Time will tell.
what?
Time will tell.
Yeah, I would be shocked if this was not Kroot. The only way that this is not Kroot if it's some stupid thing where they're like, "Oh look, Ordo Xenos, we gave you a Kroot gun." I would riot. I would seriously riot.
Try to see if like Any of the old Forge World models had like that double barrel kind of style.
So I think maybe on the Narlock, the greater Narlock, it might look like this.
I think the Narlock may have had like that big crossbow on it.
Oh right. So
God, I love that model. So good.
Meandering Shade, I haven't kept up with rumor engines, but more Kroot would be awesome. Would love Kroot Mercs back as a side faction. That would be amazing. I would love Kroot Mercenaries as a side faction. Gavin Lemon is saying the thing that a lot of folks have said, that Tau Allies is definitely a missed opportunity. Redone models, a couple new beasties, a couple new Vespid units. Yes, give me new Vespid. And 1 or 2 more new minor races. That would be cool.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm gonna betray the whole like Kroot Kindred sphere and say that I might be more happy if we didn't get a Kroot Codex, but we got a Tau Sphere Codex.
Yeah, Tau
that had Kroot in
Auxiliaries.
it. Yeah, that had Vespid in it and had some other minor alien race that was like a supporter for Tau. That would be damn cool.
I mean, lore wise, there's a ton of them, like official ones. So like they could, I mean, they could even do Demiurge, and
Yep.
give you like a way to ally with Botan.
Yep.
There's what is the my favorite one is the what is it, the pancake polar bear, the oh, what is it,
What?
the Nikasar. So the Tau have like this allied alien race called the Nikasar, and they're like these psychic, these psychic race that like have last lore development I heard was they were helping them develop warp travel. And when Jess Goodwin was asked about them, he described them as being something like very flat floating polar bears.
There
So I just
wasn't there like a
imagine these
picture?
like I don't think there's any official pictures for them, but
Oh,
I
I
just
think I'm
like to
picturing
imagine them being like floating flat pancake polar bears.
the Bears. There's a I'm thinking of this piece of art from like 3rd or 4th edition rulebook, but I think what it is it's who's this the buggy boy who is in that combat arena thing? And we all want him with the big
The
claws.
Amble.
Oh, the
Amble.
Amble.
Yeah, I think it was like a
Yeah.
weird drawing of an amble. I'm thinking of that. I'm picturing as a pancake polar bear.
I actually would love them to look almost like a tardigrade, like a giant alien tardigrade,
Well, that'd be neat.
like kind of play on the water bear naming
Yeah.
and how alien they look. As far as I know, the only iteration of them officially model wise was they did a ship for them in Battlefleet
Yes.
Gothic.
Yeah.
It would also be a way for them to maybe introduce like what you call it, finally some lizard men in space, which I mean
That'd
are
be
pretty
neat.
easy to make yourself, but it would kind of be cool to see them get an official, even if I don't know, if they could somehow work out a way to release Saurus Warriors with a sci-fi sprue or something.
Yeah, but I have a big problem with that.
Why is that?
I mean,
What's that?
well, they used to be the Slan used to be the old ones, so I don't want to have. I mean, they probably Barkas probably can tell me how they divorced that from the current iteration of the lore, but to me they will always remain the old ones. So having the Slan back in 40k kind of dispels some of the mythicism about the old ones.
True, but I think so. Like the last reference in like current lore, I remember to like alluding to old ones existing beyond, just like the kind of apocryphal references to, them in the ancient history, was there's a character in the Horus Heresy series, which is basically all but stated to be a Slan. They don't actually refer to him as one, but he's basically like the visual description, he sounds like a big fat floating frog man.
Oh.
But there are other, I forget the name of them, but there's another species, I think they're called Tyranids, that are like described as being reptile like. Um I don't know if like full on doing like straight up lizard men in space is quite the way to go with it, but I would like I think 40K is kind of missing a reptilian faction. And
Yeah,
Tyranids, I guess, kind of hit that, but not really. I mean, they're especially with the current line of Tyranids, they've kind of been going more insect
yeah,
than
but I
reptilian.
feel
May I suggest Zotes?
I would love Zotes. Let's just do
Lover of
that.
Zotes. So I'm trying to make this xenologist, liber xenologist book that I bought useful. The Nicassar are not in here. Sucks.
That's tragic. I would love to
yeah.
see a visual representation of them because I need pancake bears in my life. I actually bought like there's this company called Mears Miniatures, and they make this guy riding a polar bear. And one thing that's really cool is they kind of do what Games Workshop used to do, where they just sell the bits. So I bought. They have like this armored polar bear, and I bought the head of one of the armored polar bears, and I had planned to sculpt a Nicassar when I was kind of on that sculpting the Hrud model, and I kind of
Oh
wanted to do a bunch of
yeah.
obscure models, or obscure Xenos. I will do it eventually, and this is actually kind of
Good.
making me want to start that project.
I'm glad you're
And
gonna do it
if
eventually.
it's just the reptiles in space, I would be using the Loathal, those reptile mercs of the
Yeah, yeah.
for chaos, and put them together with the Dark Mechanicum as supplementary forces for chaos.
I think
That would
those
be
guys are in
nice.
here,
But,
the
I
look
mean,
saddle.
I'm sick and tired of chaos. To be honest, I hate that like chaos takes up so much of the limelight. I'm glad that more of the alien factions are getting a chance to shine because, I
I
mean,
agree.
we got the Horus Heresy where they're basically the villains the entire time, and the only time the Xenos races even show up is to get beaten up by Space Marines, or hey, look, something the Space Marines did is actually what's drawing the Tyranids to the galaxy. Let's completely upend the lore on that one. Like, I'm tired of the focus on Chaos and Imperium. I want something more independent if they're going to
Yeah,
introduce like a
and if
reptilian.
they take the focus away, we have the situation where we have done Primaris orcs, like the beast in the Beast series, where they then start to be the next evolution of orcs, because the lore says Space Marine trash everything but Tyranids.
Yeah.
So
I would just like more focus on Xenos in general.
Boyd Murdoch is saying that Tyranids are space seraphim because they're kind of reptilian. Yeah. But like, okay, so here's the one
Yeah.
you were talking about, Jen, the Lux
Hmm?
Saddle.
Yeah.
This one is actually in the book, the like space lizard dudes.
Yeah,
They've
and
got
I
like
think you
chest mounted cannons.
Oh,
and
they
they
are?
are mercenaries, and I think if we are going back to the idea of a mercenary booklet, which
Mhm.
we talked about earlier, you could put them in there as well.
You know what?
As
You know what
Definitely.
GW should have done?
Is that
And they should hire me for this idea. They should have just kept supporting the Blackstone Fortress game, kept releasing a bunch of different random
yeah.
aliens, and then release the models separately, and then just release a codex for Tau mercenaries and bring all the models over from the Blackstone Fortress
Okay,
expansion.
what do we think happened to Blackstone Fortress? Is it
I
just
think it
like
didn't
did they
sell well.
literally well, I don't know, like they did a lot and it seemed like they had like a story arc that they completed.
Yeah,
Like
I
I
don't
kind of
know.
buy that.
I don't think it sold as well as they hoped it would. Like it didn't sell nearly as well as like what was it, Curse City. And I think most of that's tied into the fact that um I think a lot of fantasy players are more, because like you have to think about it, like with Curse City, it appealed to not only people who were interested in Curse City, it also appealed to a massive, presence in the underground, you know, model community in the form of the massive amount of people who play Mordheim. They're not really, other than like the Ink28 community, there's not really a big community of people that has a lot of use for a lot of little random models.
Well, no,
the
I'd
way
say that there's a lot of people who do conversions that just want
Well,
little
yeah,
random
but I
models.
don't think I think not as many as there were for, or as widely as there was for like Cursed City,
Mm.
which is unfortunate. I love Blackstone Fortress. I own it. I unfortunately didn't get a chance to. I kept putting off getting the expansions until they just inexplicably went, out of production with,
Well,
absolutely no warning.
I can share my opinion why I didn't get one. So, and that
Because
was
they
precisely
went out of
because
production without.
yeah, precisely because Cursed City, because I knew it was a limited run. I knew it wouldn't be supported. So basically, it was
No,
just another
Cursed City came
board
out
game.
after. Dude, Cursed City came out after Blackstone Fortress.
What was the one?
So you can't say that you didn't get Blackstone Fortress because Cursed City. There would have been one before that.
What was the one before
Warhammer
that?
Quest, Silver
Quest,
Tower,
okay.
something like that.
Something like that. Anyway, it was clear from the start they wouldn't be supporting it for long. And that was the main reason why I didn't get it, because it would be just another board game I put into my stack of board games and would have to actively talk people into playing.
Well, you can just do what I did, which is just buy the cool shit from Cursed City. Like I own both of these because they're just so damn cool. And I just bought some. Yeah, just like I sorry, not Cursed City, Blackstone Fortress. I love Blackstone Fortress for exactly what Darth Bob was talking about, where it's just an outlet to do cool, weird little things for 40K. And we need another outlet like that. Hey, look, it's another Kroot gun.
I wouldn't mind if they literally even just like let it die, so to speak, at Forge World. At least can we get like one or 2 or 3 resin models a year from Forge World for Blackstone Fortress? Like I miss, the time when like we got, oh, it's the Amble, oh, it's the Return of the Zotes, and there was all this like excitement around like, oh, remember when we got that stupid fucking Chaos Assassin model that everybody thought was going to be a Hrud? But now it
Dude, I
seems
love
like,
it. Don't diss that model. It's a
well,
wonder. I'm the
I
only
like
one.
it too
I'm the only
as a
one.
model, but I wish it was a Hrud. I miss to be, it doesn't really seem like Games Workshop's really interested in like exploring their own lore, which is so expansive. They're just interested in like, I don't know. There seems to be a heavy focus on only making models for the game, and I think that's kind of disappointing, especially because for years Games Workshop kind of touted the idea that they're not a game company, they're a model company. Well, their model release schedules and the way they release models and the models they choose to release seem to indicate otherwise.
So I didn't know if I was going to share the Nixar, but I gotta, because like, what the hell? Pancake Polar
Pancake
Bear.
Bear. I love
What
it.
the hell? So
like
weird.
so the thing is, I know in one of the Tau books they described it as being more squid-like. I just fundamentally reject that, and in my opinion, I go with what Just Goodwin said they look like, where he said they're something like flat polar bears. There's a reference to it, like I think it was like in it was like very casual, like he mentioned it in like a forum somewhere when somebody asked him about them. That he said there's something like flat polar bears. So he may have just been like shit posting, but like I don't care. I like to imagine them as
I am
giant
shocked to hear
pancake
that
bears.
Jess Goodwin was ever on a forum. I don't, but maybe.
No. It I've seen the post. It definitely exists.
Okay. Oh my god. Oh. Yeah, there you go. There's your big flat pancake polar bear. Or if you want like a literal pancake polar bear with a little bit of butter on top. What the hell, Jess? Pancake polar bear?
I mean, it could have been worse. Could have been like a waffle.
Waffle bear.
Oh my god, I feel like, oh god, I feel like I might be getting sick. Like, weird feelings.
That's not good.
That's not good. I think I cursed myself because I told someone today that I never got COVID. Apparently
Yeah,
that shit's coming back, so
Don't say that.
yeah, definitely don't jinx yourself like that, dude.
yeah. Good timing, as I'm supposed to be having a party with my friends at my house this weekend. Fantastic time to get sick.
Just cough on all of the surfaces.
That's gonna help.
Oh, help. Oh.
All right,
dress up as a
so I guess I'm
pancake
figuring
bear.
out Death Leaper. What's that?
Just dress up as a pancake bear.
Yeah, that would be fun. People would be like, "What the hell?" I'm like, "You need to watch my stream."
So are you gonna go with the like double quadruple cape for your Death Leaper now that Nora
I kind of want to.
Nora wanted like super Wesley Snipes.
Well, first of all, I need to do some Wesley Snipes research.
Oh, you know what? You know what? I actually just did a little digging. I'm mistaken. It was not Jess Goodwin. It was Jervis Johnson.
Oh,
Jervis
That
Johnson.
sounds more like something that, yes, yeah, that sounds like something that would come out of Jervis and not. So now I need to like come to terms with the things that I don't like about this model. Like the hands. I think they're a bit awkward.
like how they're positioned or just generally the hands?
Just like, I don't know, the weird like big scything talon shoved into them. It's not.
I
get
think
what
feels a
they
bit
were
derpy
going
to me.
for.
they
With the
were
original-
hearkening to the original second
Yeah.
edition one because you had
Agreed.
kind of like the middle finger.
Oh, you think
claw.
they were harkening to second edition? I thought they were harkening to like Death Leaper model because Death Leaper had weird hands that kind of had scything talons in them.
I think both of them kind of referenced the second edition lictor in a way.
I did enjoy putting the model together. I'll say that much.
Good.
And
Yeah, I think I
not
could
putting
like.
in the capes was like and infilling the thing wasn't too much of a pain. So
I also feel like the feeder tendrils on them are a bit much.
a
Like I
little
find them
bit.
too. Like I like the lictor style more, where they're kind of like hanging down and maybe they curl up at the end. Where these ones are just like, bleh. So.
Okay, last thing about the polar bears. It was apparently in the specialist game magazine Fanatic in an interview with Jervis Johnson that he described them as sort of like very flat polar bears. I can't find which issue it was though.
That's okay.
Definitely
That's pretty
Jervis
awesome.
comment.
So I like this scything talon more than that one, the grasping talon. But I think they need another joint at the end, like the claw bit.
I gotta say that seeing pictures of this model without the cape, I feel like without it, it looks way too top heavy.
Yeah.
I think
It
the talons
is.
are too big.
It
Without
is.
the balance at the bottom.
It does have weirdly short legs.
And weirdly long grasping talons.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the legs being short so much as the talons are really big and chunky.
Little column A, little column B.
Are you senile or just trying to delay us?
Would to have these talents really 4 joints?
Well,
Or is
there's a
that
weird thing
just-
here.
Or
I
is it
guess-
just curved?
No, because when you look at this one,
It's sort of got a knuckle in the middle of the claw.
so when you look at this one, You're like, oh, maybe it's just curved here. But then when you look at this one, there's an inflection point. Like it goes like this, and then it kind of angles up a little bit, which doesn't work for me. Also, something in here feels like it's like weirdly stretched, but
Such a weird choice.
yeah, I'll choose differently. He's gonna be Blade, so he's gonna be all about coiled menace. So I'll have this angled down.
I mean, even anatomy-wise, you could just have each segment be like a finger that can curl up like an armored whip or something like that. But
that's a good idea.
But it looks
is a
like
finger.
they have two arches.
Imagine it works much better as a finger. You got this section here, which is this section here. Got this section here, which is this section here, and then I want this part to be able to move separately. So yeah, just treat it like a finger.
You should give him the Wesley Snipes Blade haircut. Sculpt the widow's peak haircut on his head.
Just give him like a top, like his carapace on the top, just like flat top.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Also,
I'm looking at a bloody nightclub.
I'm looking at my Death Leaper and my regular Lictor side by side. I think the head sizes are actually pretty close to each other.
So the guy who designed the Death Leaper is the guy who designed the Lictor.
Right.
Philip. And he said that he designed the Death Leaper first, and then he designed the Lictor. But the Death Leaper was an older sculpt.
The particularly long tentacly like thing in his face is like really easily cut offable. So
on his face, you said?
Yeah, the ones like on the let's see, where's
questing ones on the left and right?
Yeah, like
yeah,
those ones you can
looks like it.
knock off pretty easily without disrupting the other like maw tentacles. Oh God, it's so pointy. Ow.
So here's a work in progress Wednesday topic. Does anybody feel like they spend an inordinate amount of time scrubbing off mold lines?
Yeah.
I fucking hate this.
Definitely.
This is like literally my least favorite part of the hobby. And it's like inhibitive to me wanting to put models together because I just like I feel like cleaning off mold lines.
Wait, what do you use? Do you use one of these?
I use a mix. I have one of the GW ones, but I can't find it right now. So right now I'm just using the back of my hobby blade and some these little sanding sticks. But it's just so annoying, and I really wish that like I don't know how, but somehow they would have figured out a way to stop mold lines from appearing on models.
Yeah.
And they've gotten better for sure over the years, but like it's still like the bane of my existence. I don't know how
No,
I see
agree.
people
It's
post
annoying.
like, "Oh yeah, I've got this full squad of assembled termagants," and I'm like, "How did you do that so fast while also getting the mold lines off?" Or maybe
Probably
they
just
don't
ignored them.
care.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's fair, but I feel like I'm too OCD to just ignore them.
They're annoying. I feel like they've gotten a little better on new models, but I'd like them to be even better.
Yeah, I feel like I recently was trimming some mold lines off like old Hormagaunts. Oh my god, they're so bad.
Mm.
I will
Those are
say
some
that the
thick mold lines.
Barbgons, I think, new Barbgons have been the worst of the ones that I recall having to clean of the new batch of models.
Hmm.
My issue with some of them is like, you got like little mold lines in between the ridges on the backs of these guys.
Yeah.
And it's like, how do you
That's a
get
problem.
those? Like you can see them, but they're really difficult to clean out.
Oh man, do you ever assemble any privateer press like plastic stuff.
At
chance.
least, I think I put together at least like 4 or 5 Crix jacks, and
If you
the
want to complain about like where mold lines kits were,
Oh, yeah.
those kits had the worst designs for
Oh,
where they
really?
had mold lines. They would put them over like it wouldn't like there'd be like a natural edge to the model where like you could just have like the the mold like just end at the edge of a plate, but instead they'll do like a millimeter like away from that, right over like a bunch of rivets and bolts, and just like, oh my god, why? And it's like the shitty like PVC plastic, so like it
Oh
was
yeah.
hard.
Oh no,
It was hard to
I
get.
never had any of the PVC models. I only had like the um
Chunky metal.
like the metal ones, the metal jacks.
Yeah, those were a lot better, but oh my god, their plastics were notoriously bad. Jesus. Andering Shade mentions that mold lines between fingers, etc., are an absolute pig, and I 100% agree.
Kajan, what's going on in the chat?
Well, I asked earlier what everybody has been up to. And then Kiplinger said he attempted to turn some bits into a Turbigan.
Nice.
Blitz Mechanical said no, it's about something else. Yeah, pretty much the chat has been earlier talking about various comments we made, like the shades that your new model definitely needs shades, and
Oh my god, I don't know how I'm gonna do that.
and people like the cape thing, and definitely you have to do a sword. So
Actually, Persicity Sculptor recently did kind of like a Sam Fisher style, like night vision goggle type thing on like a Lictor type view.
Oh,
Substituting the
look that up.
sunglasses is like kind of a night vision goggle type situation, or like maybe like the weird bug-eyed thing that he did on that one Hive Tyrant model. That might be a cool like kind of reference.
What about googly eyes?
I don't know if that would really give a Wesley Snipes vibe. I feel like he's a little more serious than that.
Yeah, I would do something like a helmet type of thing with lots of eyes in it. Just instead of a helmet, make it bone. So it's like a bone crest type of deal over the head to protect all that cranium space, and then give it some Sam Fisher eyes, stuff like that, like 6 eyes or something like that.
But is it going to go full Wesley Snipes?
Like combine it with like a Varkolf model or something.
Yeah, that'd be neat. Gotta get that vampire-ness in there.
Brother Pink wanted to know earlier if Mr. Pink can paint skin.
I never have to. Well, I can paint skin. I guess he means human flesh.
Probably.
I've painted human flesh very few times in my life. And I'm not going to lie, I would just use some kind of flesh wash or something.
Brother Pink also assumed the rumor engine picture was for a crude Necromunda gang.
That would be interesting. So I'd be shocked if they did that.
I'm kind of against Xenos and Necromunda, to be honest.
Orcs should be in Necromunda, if I recall it correctly.
That would be the only exception I think I would make. because that kind of makes
Or
sense lore-wise.
gene sealers.
Gene
Like you
stealer
can
cults
use
are kind of an exception too.
existing cults for it, but I would love to see like new gene sealer cult, build team of gene sealer cultists for next.
Well, yeah, because especially since like gene stealer cults are a pretty major part of the lore of like the Hive Secundus.
Yes, exactly.
So they're pretty big. Like, I just like randomly throwing in a bunch of different alien species in this kind of very grounded, like, supposed to be just a bunch of human gangers fighting each other setting is I don't know if I'm a fan of that.
What about an entire army or faction of Jokero?
That would be another one that I would love to see in
Aren't they
how
pacifists? Wasn't that a big thing? They are building weapons, but they're staunchly against using them.
Oh
You know,
yeah, I think that is true.
Maybe they have a couple of iconoclasts amongst them,
Mm-hmm.
Chaos Jokero, Codex Chaos Jokero.
You're
I
also
found the
Just imagining Cornate Jokero now.
I found another Nicassar that is the one that I remember seeing before. Sells me more on like the polar bear
Pancake
pancake.
bear?
Yeah, this guy here in the back. See him there. This weird kind of like pencil-y dude. There's like a big like hammerhead beefy boy with two swords. And there's some little dudes, and then there's this like sketched in flat pancake with a tentacle face. Back.
So my plan when I was planning to do them, because there's one description, I think it's in the Farsight book. There's a description of a Nicassar, and they're kind of described more like that, where it's almost more like a floating kind of like cephalopod creature in kind of a like stasis tank. I kind of wanted to marry the two concepts and like have a floating pancake bear with tentacles.
Isn't that just kind of Dr. Zoidberg floating?
Yeah, that was kind of my issue with it, was that like the it just being like a floating squid, I feel like is so much less interesting than a pancake bear. Like, I feel like a pancake bear could just be really really weird and kind of like strange. I feel like squid monsters in space are just kind of pretty well done at this point.
But bear squid monsters. Huh?
Yeah, but a bear, or a pancake bear, a floating pancake bear. I'm never gonna stop talking about the pancake bear, just so you know.
Okay.
I love Nixar.
And again, Kill Team, such a great way of just introducing all of the other weird little factions. Just
Yeah.
having these
Yeah.
one-offs. That and
Absolutely.
Finally got the Adeptus Arbites,
Yeah. Kajan, thanks for apologizing about not being on top of chat. Yeah, we got a bit distracted, but hopefully people are still having a good time. I'm not feeling so hot. I think I'm gonna need to call it. I got a weird, I don't know, I'm feeling weird.
Maybe Nora doesn't have a migraine. Maybe you both are getting sick.
Oh God. Cursed. Yeah, it's weird. I've got like,
feel better.
I don't know, it feels like my tongue feels swollen and then like neck.
Those aren't
Just
great
not.
signs.
No. I literally have not been sick in like 3 years or something. So I guess maybe I'm catching up.
Got a
Make
little
yourself
I've
a
had like
hot
shitty
toddy.
little colds, but there you go. I got lots of scotch. Sure, that'll make me better. Well, anyway, I hope people enjoyed our randomness and enjoyed Nora being on the stream. She has often said, like, when am I going to be on your stream? And I'm like, oh yeah, we'll figure it out. So I'm glad that we figured it out. And if it's something that people enjoyed, let us know in the chat, or in the chat or in the comments if you're watching this after the fact. If you enjoyed the little Nora interlude, we can get her on for other stuff. She really likes creepy monsters and stuff. That's one of the reasons that we connected. So as you saw from her review of the Tyranids, her opinions are kind of on point with a lot of other Tyranid folks. Yeah,
One of
thanks to
us.
you, gents. Thanks to you, gents, for being on here with me and for putting up with our shenanigans.
Wouldn't miss it for the world.
Great. And Kajan, thanks for putting the link to my Patreon in the chat. Yeah, if you'd like to support the videos that I release, the kind of work that I do have a Patreon. There's like I think there's 2 tiers or something, like $1 or $5 or something like that, $2 or $5. I don't know if there's even that many. So yeah, welcome any support that you can share. I'm trying to get some like interesting stuff on there soon. I may have some dastardly plans, but yeah, I send out random stickers and stuff like that to folks. Like I was doing the Hot Bug summer stickers, and I've still got a couple left. So if anyone wants to join up and wants to get a Hot Bug summer sticker, I can send that out to you. You can see that over on the Patreon. Another way that you can support the channel is by if you're placing an order for miniatures, for paints, for hobby tools in North America, so in Canada or the United States. I am an affiliate with Fenris Workshop, and the link for that is also in the description. And it's the kind of thing where, like, if you place an order, I get like some small percentage of it for any orders that have gone through. And I'd like to thank people who have placed orders, because I went and checked my thing today and I saw some people place some orders. Like someone bought a Night Titan. So congratulations to you. And
Damn.
someone else bought a character from Horus Heresy, the Space Wolf one, I think. So congrats. That's awesome.
Very cool.
Oh. But yeah, and thank you to everyone who was able to join us like in the chat. Good to see you. Diana, I thought you went to sleep. Well, you're still here. Thanks for trucking it out. And Meandering Shade, thanks for joining. Gavin Lemon, good to see you on here for the first time. Dwarfenage, good to see you out there, and all the other folks.
Also, people should like and subscribe.
Yes, please like the video. Please leave a comment if you're watching the recording of this, and let us know what you thought. And please subscribe to the channel. Oh, and I wanted to mention, the next How to Sculpt video is probably coming out tomorrow. Well,
Nice.
probably it's coming out tomorrow. I usually like schedule them in advance and like book like a premiere, but like it's complicated. It should be live tomorrow, but YouTube is scaring me, and there was this button that's like instant premiere, and I didn't know if I like pressed that button if it was going to publish immediately. So I'm going to publish it tomorrow evening, and that is a How to Sculpt Tyranids video, which is the second episode of How to Sculpt Tyranids, and that is all about sculpting Tyranid vents. So the little like, where we got some Tyranid vents on here. The little bits in like the arms that have the like ribbing and all that kind of stuff. Easy way to turn any limb into a Tyranid limb. So you can look forward to that tomorrow. It's a short one. And I show you a couple of different ways of doing it. But yeah, that'll be up tomorrow evening.
Oh.
I can't schedule Dwarfenage. I don't know if it'll let us. But if you can schedule it, let's schedule it for, I don't know, 7 p.m. Eastern. But don't worry, Gavin Lemon will get you set up. It's not that too difficult. And I think that's it. Kajan, thank you very much for joining. Will,
My pleasure.
thank you very much for joining. Garth Bob,
Always.
thank you very much for joining.
Always.
And everyone in the chat, thank you. And yeah, we'll talk again soon. So have a good night. Have happy hobby. Hope you get some good hobby stuff in. And I will sculpt with you again soon. Bye.
Bye.